Okay, this time the council action as it relates to this motion.
Mr. Chair.
Yes, comments.
I'd like to make a motion to adopt the staff recommendation, but add a item 3, which would request the FRA to allow an additional 45 days for comments that would include public input workshops during that period of time.
Just a moment. We have a motion. Is there a second to that motion? We have a second by Vice Mayor Burdett. By the way, there were several other comments that I was trying to jot down during our item. If I could just maybe mention these, see whether or not these would be added. I had the item requesting 45 days for the EIS review clock. Also, we had...
That's part of my motion.
Yes. Included with that, I had a comment for including positive impact analysis. We had a comment about emphasizing better that the FECI is a private entity. We had the item of adding wildlife issues such as the state parks. We had recognizing better impacts related to the rail sidings, as well as the last one was including the positive impact analysis. There were a total of 6 items that came through your comments when we discussed it that we marked except for that 45 days. Does that sound so that's amenable?
Yeah.
Okay. We have a motion second. There's discussion. Mr. Fielding.
Please. Mr. Chair, I think this has been a useful forum. It's full as part of the purpose of what we were trying to accomplish was to get the input from not only the council members but also from the public. So it's been extremely useful. I would think we would further the motion so that we might elaborate the number 1 in that we want to incorporate this so it gives us a little bit of time for the different members to send in additional recommendations for the comments to the council. So it's just no, you don't like that.
It makes it hard for the staff to do that.
But we've got a lot of things.
All of us had the opportunity with our own commissions and councils together to provide comments. This was really just Treasure Coast Regional Planning Council on the draft of EIS. Thank you for your comments on that. Obviously, the motion makers and second decide to revise that. Mr. Solari.
Thanks. I want to follow up on what Commissioner Fielding said. I think this was a great forum. I think this is one of the best Treasure Coast Regional Planning Council meetings I've attended in 5 years, so I appreciate everything that everybody's done to make this happen today. I do want to note, though, that it seems, especially from today's discussion, more than any other, it seems like the beneficiaries of this are all the high population counties, and all the burdens of this are being taken by all the low population counties, and that was one of the problems with, again, the whole 750 process, but we don't bring up too much. I think that this project clearly threatens the quality of life of the low population counties. That's what I heard by many citizens before I came here today, and it's almost been increased by an order of magnitude today. So I'm not sure that the best path here is to just send a memo articulating our concerns and beginning a negotiation process, which includes so many things I don't think ought to be here to begin with. So all of that is my one way of saying that we can vote no against this today. I think basically we ought to just say no and begin the process of doing that, which I believe the vast majority of our citizens would like us to do.
Part of it is realizing there are 2 separate things, I think, in a way. One would be the EIS, which is what the state, obviously the federal government is requiring as we move forward on this. So we want to make sure our comments get into the record on that. And then the second would be you moving forward in that area, because I'd hate to think that our comments wouldn't get included in.
I think this motion should pass regardless. I just want to send up the first flag.
Okay, other comments? Mr. Weaver?
Chairman, I respectfully point out that several members brought up some negative impact concerns that they'd like to see brought forward, as well as the financial impact. I'm certain that would say if I'm more than one person, I wish you would have made it into your list of 6.
Remind me that again.
Your abbreviated 6 items that include positive impact analysis.
Right.
But there has been discussion about both positive and negative impacts and financial impacts. So I'd like to maybe expand what you said and see if the motion maker would be interested in having a more balanced discussion.
Right, yes. Then I had a hand over here somewhere. Mayor Bales.
Thank you. You know we're supposed to work with all sorts of things, but we have to consider some of the errors and I will not be
forward, I think all we're doing is providing comments. This would be taking a group of comments that you're putting on the record to make sure that the federal government protects our areas of interest that we're expressing today so that they don't try and write something without your comments being heard.
The question would be, will those comments actually be heard?
They do. It becomes a part of the federal record on that item. I had Commissioner Cronin as well. Yes.
Mr. Chairman, I've heard a number of times people expressing a concern about the lack of clarity around the actual impact of something that's straightforward and real as the quotes of the crossings and that type of thing. I heard a suggestion that was reinforced by a second speaker about the idea of actually doing kind of a ghost train series of scenarios so that we could get a real feel for the actual impact of that on our communities. And I heard Mayor Ferrara say that initially an overlay kind of an impact. But I think there's something there that perhaps ought to be part of our original comments.
I'm not sure if that would be something we have as a part of the EIS as much as I think is in terms of a process moving forward. I think there's some positive merit to that, so I'm open to ideas from the council.
A simulation or the actual real practice. Now that's a pretty sensitive thing that we're talking about there, but there seems to be such a huge area of concern, which would be good. I think they have something.
It's going to be a great suggestion for us to have that we move forward, but not necessarily included in the environmental impact statement. But I do like the idea on that. It's well noted. Any other final comments? We have a motion. Commissioner Lewis?
I was just going to say, I'm not going to make any comments because most of my feelings have been expressed more than adequately this morning. I did want to say that as far as this, as far as the motion or recommendation, if we don't go on record, I don't see anything in the staff report, I haven't heard anything here this morning that expressed overwhelming support for this project. I think if we don't go on record with these concerns, you know, you're up and out with your chance. I mean, we sit here this morning listening to residents. We have listened to residents in our county. The question was asked, have we sent documents forward? Yes, we have. There's been a lot of discussion, as was mentioned, at a number of boards at the county level, the MPO, and as well as the TPO, and at the board, at our board level, of the county commissioners. You know, it's been discussed thoroughly in the county. We've taken those comments, we've taken comments here this morning. If we don't speak up and forward then by voting no that we don't want these comments to go forward, quite honestly, I feel I was abrogating my responsibility to forward these comments to the appropriate folks. I would just like to mention that the Board of County Commissioners is going to Washington next week. We will be going to Tallahassee as well. It's going to be a real interesting week, folks. We're going to land in Orlando and drive to Tallahassee, just the way the schedule worked out. I think I would like to tell you that this is going to be one of the big things we take forward with us. And once again, none of us have, you know, the process I think needs to be stressed here. We are not voting for or against this project. It's not something that has come to that. It's not something that will ever come to that, unfortunately, I think. But if we don't state what we feel, what we have found, what everyone else has reported to us, I think we're not doing what we're supposed to be doing. So I will be voting for these recommendations.
Any other final comments? Thank you. Seeing none, all those in favor of the motion as stated with the amendments that were provided, signify by saying aye. 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 Those opposed?
Nay.
Two negatives. Commissioner Solari and Mayor Fail. Motion carried.